My name is Ashley. I'm from Las Vegas by way of Chicago, Illinois. I decided to take this trip to Ghana for a milestone birthday trip. I love the experience so far. I love the people. I love the area, the vegetation. What I specifically really like is learning all about the slave rivers, visiting the slave castles, learning things about my ancestry, what my people went through to get over to the U.S. And the Caribbean, South America, other places as well. So this has been an eye-opening learning experience for me.
My name is Cynthia Cooksey. I'm from Sacramento, California. I was interested in doing this tour because I've always wanted to come to Ghana to find out about the Elmina Castle, and I wanted to hear the truth, not what we were taught by Europeans in our public schools. And the local guides here were very knowledgeable. They could tell you everything about the history of Ghana and all of the atrocities with the slave trade. And that's what I was mostly interested in coming here with.
I'm Greta O'Neill. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And what did I specifically like? It's cheap over here. And what else? The food was good. Atmosphere is good. Just everything was great. And we're right here on the ocean, so that's nice on the beach. We went to the slave castles. That was a little tough, but it's something I wanted to see. I think everybody should take a look at it so we can keep striving forward.
Yeah, my name is Ernest. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I've had a great experience here traveling with African travelers. Isaac and his team bend over backwards to accommodate you, every need, every want that you can do within reason. They try to accommodate you, and I would highly recommend them. This is my first time on the continent, and I went with African travelers. I checked out other people, but I kind of like the closeness of working with the people with African travelers.
My name is Carolyn Boumé. I came from Atlanta, Georgia. I enjoyed my trip so far with African travelers. I had the opportunity to visit the castle. I visited the female dungeon and the male dungeon. We learned about the last, the last bath. We had the experience of wading in the water and seeing different museums and different things you can buy. So many different items that you can take back home that we don't have. I enjoyed the different hotels we stayed in, and the people are so nice. I never experienced anything like it before. I will be able to travel back again with my family. After I come back and tell them the experience that I had, I know they will enjoy it.
My name is Sharon C.C. Clark from Atlanta, Georgia. This is my first excursion to Ghana, to West Africa. I like to thank Daniel and Phyllis on stateside, and I like to thank Isaac and his crew for making this a very memorable experience. Solo travelers, if you're hesitant, please come, because most of us were solo travelers, and I created many friends and associates on this trip. So please come and join African travelers. I like the historical aspects. The images I saw were everyone like me, and the idea is just riding along the countryside with everyone else and feeling safe and taken care of.
My name is Leroy Bell. My African name is Kwame. I come from Las Vegas, Nevada, and my experience here with African travel been the best experience I ever had. Coming to the continent, I love it. The people is great. They love us. The weather is great. The opportunity to live here will be great. You don't have to work every day.
Why did I choose Ghana? I had heard so much about it, and I just wanted it to be my first trip to Africa.
I felt Ghana would be a good place to start in my travels around Africa. I do want to go other places, but Ghana specifically, I just felt a lot of, with the West African slave trade, Ghana was a key place to come to learn more about ancestry.
Well, I didn't want to fly all the way across the east coast of Africa, across the Atlantic, so I figured it'd be better for me to hit the west coast for my first trip, and I wouldn't have to make that long flight.
I travel a lot, travel different areas in Africa, and I decided to try Ghana. I tried Nigeria. Now I wanted to try different areas in Ghana to see how it is. This is the first time I had be able to tour around and see how everybody lives, see how the restaurants are, the different foods. I had the opportunity to eat this famous jollof rice everybody was talking about, and it was delicious.
The reason why I chose the tour is because I didn't want to do it on my own because I'm not familiar with the country. I wanted to do it with someone local who knew exactly where to take us.
My son's father was Ghanaian, and my experience coming to Ghana, I wanted to make sure I paid homage to my son's legacy.
I found African Traveler through YouTube videos.
So I found Africa Travelers. I want to say I came across Daniel in a online travel group, and we started talking about a trip that he had coming up to Africa. He has several different ones. We started talking about the different options, places that I could go. And what I really liked is that I was able to have trust that I was sending my money someplace that was going to be consistent. They had so many tour groups set up in other places. They must have been doing this for a while. They must know what they're doing. So that's why I chose this one specifically.
I found African Travelers on Facebook. Well, you didn't have to worry about much because you had an itinerary. Everything was already planned out, so I didn't have to figure out what I was going to do, where I was going to go, or how I was going to get there, because African Travelers took care of all that for me. So it made the trip pretty relaxing. I didn't have any stress. How did I find African Travelers to be? It was very nice. I think it was pretty good for the money. Yes, I would recommend it.
Well, I was scrolling us through Facebook, and they were advertising on Facebook about the payment plan and about different areas and things that you can see in Ghana.
Payment was very easy. You had a year to pay, or you can pay as much as you want each month, or you can pay it off all at the same time.
The payment plan helps out a lot, actually. It gave me enough time to save. I ended up having to postpone my trip, unfortunately, so the payment plan did help me out with choosing a different date.
The payment plan helped me. It was very beneficial, so I ended up paying it off early, but it allowed me to get some other things that I need to take care of and just go ahead and take care of it. The payment plan was very beneficial.
Payment plan helped me. It was consistent. Any questions I had, the stateside staff were there for me. So the payment plan was very helpful.
The payment plan was very helpful because you could stretch out your payments over a year.
A travel group is highly recommended for the first time, even if you have to come by yourself. I traveled here all the way by myself. I was nervous who I would meet, who I would get to know. Everyone's been wonderful. All the people that I'm with, they're travelers, they're adventurers. They want to see other places. Good, kind-hearted people, that I've met on this trip. Not one problem at all. But definitely a guided tour. You have people that will protect you, show you around, take you along back roads, places that you would never know how to get around yourself, never know how to translate yourself, So for me, this was a better experience. It's like the only way to go.
I recommend African Travel if you want to come to Ghana or any other country in Africa to find out the true history of our people.
I would recommend Africa Travelers specifically for my age group because as I stated before, I felt taken care of because I'm a solo traveler. So I felt taken care of, so I wanted to make sure my family knew that I would be okay. And African Travelers made sure that I was okay.
I would recommend African Traveler to a lot of my relatives and friends, so they will be able to, see the place on their own, not just come by themselves, because they don't know where to go and how to bargain. So yes, I would recommend African travelers.
I would recommend African travel for anyone who wants to come to the continent.
Anybody that wants to visit Ghana, yes, I recommend African travels.